Here we are in the settings screen for job types. Job types group all your LMN Time jobs by specific types. And inside these types, we can determine what we want to track on the timesheets when crews enter times against jobs that belong to this type. For instance, when you're doing snow work, it's important to track the weather, and it may be important to you to track equipment. So what we can do is we can say for all jobs assigned to the snow type, we want to track task notes, we also want to track weather, and we want to track equipment. Now the weather, the phones will automatically pull the weather notes from the nearest weather station. Crews also can add to that if needed. And equipment comments, crews would enter which equipment they used on site. So I've turned all these on for jobs of a snow type. So anytime an employee tracks their time to a snow type job, they will be prompted on their timesheet to enter task notes, to enter weather, and to enter equipment comments. Now those comments won't be important on an installation job. I don't necessarily care about the weather. You might, you can turn that to on, but in this example, we don't care about the weather on a day-to-day basis. I still want employees to track notes against their tasks, but I've set it up so if they're tracking their time against jobs of the job site type installation, they're going to track their tasks, but they're not going to track weather and they're not going to track equipment. The other use for job types is payroll codes. And basically, we can override an employee's normal pay by setting specific payroll codes for a certain job type. Once again, in snow work, you may pay a rate higher than your normal rate. So what you can do is, if you're exporting this to QuickBooks, you can take your snow job type, go to the payroll tab, and you can override the default payroll items used to pay employees with snow-specific payroll items. That way, for instance, I could create an employee with a normal pay rate, hourly and overtime, but also create second pay rates for snow work and snow overtime so that QuickBooks will automatically pay the employee the premium rate whenever they're working on a snow job. Because here, under the job site type, I've assigned different payroll codes or payroll items to be used whenever employees work on snow types. If you want your type to track tasks and track notes but not to have its own payroll comments, simply leave these wages at the account default and it won't override the default wages with anything.